Therapist mechanic, Quinn Hoover, as she presents right tools at the right time.
To the mighty Quinn.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and Toastmaster members, and our esteemed guests. A recent trip to the Natural History Museum left me with an eye-opening experience. There was a display of cavemen, the way the human mind had developed over time, and the tools that our ancestors had gathered and used in their advancement. And it really had me thinking about my own life. You see, a caveman who is skilled with a club, he's comfortable with it, he can take down or at least knock out the saber-toothed tiger. He might get scarred, but he knows how to use it. He knows what the limitations of that club are, and he knows how much his resources will be that it can yield. He's able to survive in his world. Until comes along a caveman who learns how to use a spear, develops a new tool that allows him to have range and distance when fighting that saber-toothed tiger. The spear wielder takes less damage. He's able to still bring home even more resources because more people can go fight with him and not get hurt. And you find that the spear wielder and his tribe advances and moves forward, whereas the club master is left behind and eventually extinct. And this had me thinking about my own behavior, about what am I really getting in resources in life right now. Let's see. Like the average American, I'm in debt, I'm overweight, and I was single for a very long time until I changed that one. But I really wasn't getting what I wanted. What kind of tools was I using? Well, let's see. There's commitment issues, like not being on time and having a lot of baloney excuses. Or even fear of commitment of even advancing in a relationship with someone, or even accepting a relationship for fear of not being accepted. Or perhaps committing to a diet plan or a meal plan. Just let it go until tomorrow. What's that other tool? Oh yeah, sarcasm. Using that against letting anyone know me, I'm going to be greater than them. It kept me safe. I didn't have to advance or open myself up and be vulnerable to others. There's also the tool of humor. Humor works great. Have everyone laughing. Make them laugh. That's what you want to do. Everyone's having a great time, but they don't know who I really am. So, here I am with my club that's wrapped in commitment issues and sarcasm and humor. And I'm fighting that saber-toothed tiger of fear. Fear of making a mistake. Fear of being wrong. Fear of being at this lectern. And I'm able to whack it over the head and knock it out for a moment. But I can't turn my back on that saber-toothed tiger of fear to go get my resources, because who knows when he's going to get back up. And I'm constantly having to watch him, and I'm never getting what I want in my life. And so I've realized that I have to develop some better tools to actually take down this monster. And those tools will include things like learning from my mistakes, being willing to admit that you made a mistake. Ooh, that's hard. It also includes things like being vulnerable, being open, and being connected with people, and also letting them to feel safe around me instead of using sarcasm to keep them away from the fear that they will not like me. It also includes acceptance of myself. And that's a large tool. Shoot, I'm beyond a spear at this point. I've got a bazooka. A bazooka of self-confidence. I know I can take down that tiger. And yet, there are still some steps that I need to take. And there's another tool that I can use, which is hypnosis, to allow me to be able to approach my unconscious mind. Because there are learned behaviors that we have. These things that we've been using time and time again. With hypnosis and connecting to the unconscious mind, we're able to present the newer tools and aspects that we can accept. Just as an exercise of how something can become so familiar and so useful. Everyone, clasp your hands. Okay, and do it again one more time. And clasp your hands one last time. Take a look and see if the thumb that's closest to you is the same one each of those times. And how does it feel? Think about how that feels. Now unclasp your hands and rotate them to where the opposite thumb is on top. Think about how that feels. It's a little different. It's a little odd. But if you try to clasp your hands again a few more times, leaving that opposite hand on top, feel it. And try it one more time. And as you do it again, it becomes more and more familiar. It becomes a learned behavior, something that you can eventually accept, that you can eventually have in your life, and knowing that you can move forward. And so, my question for you, now even going through this minor exercise for yourselves, will you take a look at the tools that you're currently using and the resources that you're gaining in your life? Are you getting what you really want? Or are you inhibited and held back? Will you adapt and advance to your environment? Well, hate to tell you, but it's so easy. A caveman can do it.